Hi, y'all. Welcome to a little story time. Sad time to all the girlies or guys who are brokenhearted. I'm definitely brokenhearted. I'm so brokenhearted I didn't even know today is Friday. This is not a fresh wound. This is actually somebody I've talked about on this channel before. And I just so want to expose them. I just so want to plaster their photo, their name, their date of birth. Um, but this channel is about evolving. And I just want to see this video in like 2 or 3 or 10 years and literally be with my significant other, be with the true love of my life, and looking back at these videos and just being like, thank God I went through all this just to find him. But the method that is better than no contact, and trust me, I've tried no contact multiple times, no contact for a few days, no contact for a few weeks, no contact for a few months. But for some people, they don't mind losing you. They just love the win of getting you back because while you're not in their life, they got to go explore the world and explore endless amount of females. And I feel like it is a PSA to stay away from this person. So I'm just going to give you like maybe a little bit of hints of who this person is. And I'm sitting here in my bed. I'm literally sitting here in my bed because I had one of the worst dreams of my life about this person, like warnings, whatever you want to call it. So I will tell you when I'm talking about my dreams and my thoughts versus actual facts. Man, I still want to save this person, but like, you know what? His nickname on some places is Max, Maximilian, Maximilli, whatever. So we're going to call this person Max, okay? Not his real name, not his legal name. So, I don't even know where to start, okay? I know I have this dream for a reason because right when I woke up, I know it's a very bad habit to like open your phone right away, but like a few minutes after I woke up, I opened my phone, I opened Instagram to see a video, and you know what? Let's go ahead and watch this video first. Should I watch this video first or tell you guys? You know what? Let's watch the video after I tell you a little bit more. I know I kind of look like a mess right now. This is a vlog, okay? I love to look my best for you all when I'm doing divine guidance from the universe, from source energy. I love to be in my best zone mentally, physically, everything for you all. Right now I'm just being real and raw with you because like I'm just so disturbed, honestly, okay? So what's better than no contact is truly no hope. No hope. Because when you're in no contact zone, phase, whatever, you do have a little bit of hope that this person is going to come back changed, this person is going to come back loving you. And sometimes no contact can actually lead to never talking again, which is probably the best option. But what's better than no contact is no hope. And I know I'm worthy of love. The one thing I've learned from this relationship that lasted from February 2023 to basically, I wouldn't even know if it's even considered a relationship, but when I cut him off, I hope to God February 2025 that I never ever talk to this person again because I'm truly like traumatized and like hurting and haunted. Like, what does Gracie Abrams say? Like, lay on the horn to prove that it haunts me. But I don't want to prove that it haunts me. I just want it to go away. I just want this person to like truly like I'm just so I'm broken. I'm broken, but I have hope and I it's I don't know how to describe myself. It's like I'm visualizing like this, like, I know we get these like Kinder eggs and stuff, but like this beautiful chocolate like ball that's like cracked on the outside or not, like doesn't look that pretty, but on the inside it's so delicious and yummy. And that's how I feel. Like I just need that inner self, inner worth to reflect on my outer self. But this person has truly traumatized me because in the past 2 years, like the first few months I felt, which I didn't even know what love bombing really was, but the first few months in 2023 of knowing him, like I thought I literally found the love of my life, and like was so excited that I finally found the love of my life. Like religion is important to me, like family background is important to me. Of course, looks plays a part in it. The way he was treating me, how he was talking to me, our obviously chemistry, like, and like the first 2 or 3 months literally like filled up the gas tank for the relationship for me to like hold on for the next 2 years, which is kind of ridiculous because within the first few months of knowing him, I found out he still talks to his ex, only to find out his ex is nothing like me. Like, I'm not trying to drag any of these girls because as I've talked to these girls or even met some of them, added some of them on Snapchat, some of them follow me on Instagram. Like, it's so sad to talk about like being one girl out of many girls. And the part that sucks is like when I would find out about these things, he's like, I always felt guilty. I always thought about you. I always wanted to come back to you. Like, no one is better than you. Like, that gave me the biggest false ego boost. Like, yeah, of course nobody can compare to me. Like, these girls are not even your religion. Like, your family wouldn't even like these girls. Like, no. But the video I'm gonna play for you on Instagram that I saw from another girl, like, hits home so hard. You see me. You see who I am, okay? Like, if you need more details, I am, a millennial who's South Asian. I'm a marketer. I'm a journalist. The first girl that I found out that the ex that he still talks to or friends with, which, by the way, he tried to be friends with me this year. Like, he said, I want you as a friend. I want you in my life. I'm like, what? 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 You asked me to be your girlfriend on March 3rd, 2023. And here we are in February 2025, and you don't want to lose me as a friend? Like, that like made my brain fry because 2 years ago, he told me he's friends with his ex, and I don't even, I'm just so like, I'm going through right now as I'm talking to you. Yeah, the ex was totally opposite of me, like, much older than me, older than him, blonde, white, you know, like basically like not the same lifestyle as me, nothing like me. And I'm like, okay, like, cool. What, like, I didn't really know what to think, but like, even in 2023, like in the middle of 2023, like, we were really comfortable with each other at some point, and then I like get a hold of his phone and I see like the weirdest disturbing things. I think it was like maybe a couple of different instances where I got his iPad or his phone, just using it, looking at it. And at some point I did have the opportunity just once in my life to go to his settings and look at his likes on his Instagram, and the content he liked, oh my god, I don't know if I still have I think I deleted everything, to be honest. I did delete everything. I literally sent the screenshots to myself of his likes, and it was scary, not as in like horror, but all women, all different kinds of women, like like obese women, skinny women, women with big fronts, women with big backs, like so many different types of women. And I'm just like it's mind blowing. Like, and obviously they were kind of X-rated photos, whatever the limit Instagram allows, right? You can show a lot on Instagram. And it was horrifying. And I talked to him about it. I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? And he's like, they're just models. They're just like, no, these are not models. These are literally everyday people. These are not cover girls. These are not, and respect to these girls, like, do your thing, get your bag, get your money. But for him, I'm not dragging any of these women. I'm talking about this person, Mr. Maximilian, like, these are everyday women, and it is your job to, keep your dignity. In our religion, you are supposed to lower your gaze, literally lower your gaze. That includes social media, and that is so important to me. And even women are supposed to lower their gaze. This just doesn't just go for just men. And like, our religion is obviously like reasonable. Like, say you do accidentally see a post, say you do accidentally like look at a female in real life that is, dressed a little provocatively, whatever, God says, like, you get a first glance, you don't look back. Like, your memory is good enough to have that 1 second like seared into your memory for life. You don't need to look again. Like, and if you do look and you do see something you appreciate, like, you have like 3 options, like things to say. Like, you can say like a phrase that is like, I don't want to say it wrong. I want to see what it means. So you could say a phrase in Arabic which means, what God has willed has happened. And it's really a beautiful phrase. Like, when you say it, like, it's like appreciation of beauty. You can say that little phrase. You also have the option to say, I seek forgiveness from God, which is like, all of these are just one word phrases in Arabic, which means like, I know I saw something, I had some dirty thoughts, but I seek forgiveness from him, and you look away. Or you do have the option, if you're single, to actually approach this female and say praise to God, like, I want to marry you. I want to marry you. So you have 3 amazing options, like, appreciate the beauty, look away, ask God for forgiveness for your dirty thoughts, or take your opportunity if you are a single person and go and pursue this person with all good intentions of, love and taking care and whatever. And so that really hit hard, like, home, like, oh, this person is probably not as, like, not the same moral standards as me. But I continued on. Benefit of the doubt, this, like, let's blame social media. Let's blame all the external factors. Let's blame these, maybe at the moment, let's blame these girls for posting these. Like, they posted it. Of course, I've never seen this type of content on Instagram. My algorithm is completely different. My algorithm is not that. But whatever. And then a few months later, like, again, like, getting to see his phone, seeing that he's texting an African-American girly, like complimenting her lips, complimenting her eyes, this and that. Like, I look nothing like this female. Like, I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? And maybe this was like July or something. And yeah, we had like little fights here and there that I think all couples do. But he blamed it on like, oh, that night we were fighting. And I'm like, this was the one message I saw. There's probably so many others. And this is like a message that transferred over from dating apps to his texting. So he's obviously on dating apps while still dating me. And this transferred over into texting, and I'm like, there must be a sea of other options that he's still looking into. I don't even know how I moved past that one. Like seeing the texting, he's texting selfies to her. I don't even know how. Maybe I did fall for the excuse that we were fighting, because I've only been in a couple of long-term relationships. Like this was probably my second long-term relationship ever. If 2 years is even considered long-term. But I think I just wanted somebody to love me. I think I wanted to prove to myself that, yeah, I'm better than all these girls. Like, no, I'm not better than anybody. Like, and nobody's better than me. We're all like, we're all amazing in our own light. And again, I'm not like, yes, that black girl was beautiful, and I hope she found somebody. And I hope, I don't even know, maybe she's still talking to Max. I don't know. And then some crazy things went down. Which I talk about in my other videos, I think, like, where I talk about my 2024 year, like some crazy ish went down. And I think I've been so gaslit and so like traumatized, and he's blamed me so many times for this, but there was some like, I don't know what other phrase to use other than like DV, where he did get very not sober, and he did strike at me multiple times, whatever. I was scared of him for a few months. I did call the police. It did get into a legal issue. And 4 months or something went by. I think it was Valentine's Day last year, which Aaron Dowdy, a very prominent person on YouTube, has taught me this recently, and I just soaked into. If somebody comes into your mind, you don't need to message them. You don't need to unblock them. You don't need to text them. You don't need to call them. They're coming into your mind for other reasons, maybe to just relearn the the lesson. But last year he was in my mind. I was really sad. I was like, maybe I did him wrong. Whatever. I called him, and I'm like, how are you? Like, how are things? I did not know. He actually had an ankle monitor on. He had to go home by 10 p.m. He had a curfew. You couldn't travel for the past few months. In my head, I'm thinking he probably had the craziest New Year's. He also had a birthday in January. So I'm like, he was fine. I was calling him out of my own, God knows what. And when I hear all these things, I'm like feeling extra bad. And like my empathy side comes out, and I'm like, what can I do to fix this? Like, I guess I kind of caused him to go through all this. There was a lot of evidence of the DV, of him even admitting to it, because he was not sober. He's like, yeah, I did that. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you're a B, this and that. So there was evidence. But I still felt really bad. And I'm like, somehow we got to meeting up again, and he was so nice. And he was so like flirty and loving, and like, I'm like, maybe all of this craziness happened for a reason, because we both needed to learn something. My girls, my guys, it was all a facade for months. Okay, I don't know. He claims, like, sorry, I didn't do my hair because he claims all those feelings were real at the moment. Like, he claimed that at the end of 2024. He claimed that beginning of this year, like, all those feelings were real and stuff like that. And he blames me for the feelings going away or something like that. Like, I'm not able to be human. I'm not able to cry. I'm not able to be jealous. I'm not able to do anything. But 80-90% of me was literally showing him love, cooking for him, like, meeting up with him whenever he's free, like barely any date nights. I mean, I consider a date like you like telling me a time, telling me a place, telling me to be ready. Like somebody hitting you up and saying like, WYD, what are you doing? Or like, I'll be there in an hour and coming like 2 hours later is not a date. That's somebody taking advantage of your time. But I was just kind of grateful just like see him or hang out, and in my mind considering those as dates. No, they weren't. Um y'all, this video is going on for way longer than I thought. I'm just so like and so even at the end of last year, September, I really, even to my friends, which is so embarrassing, I'm like, no, he's really changed. He's really feel remorseful. He doesn't drink. He's like, he's like such a different person, blah, blah, blah. Only up until an event like in September, an event that I really, really, really freaking wanted to go to, which was the Plano Balloon Festival. I really wanted to go to that. And it's like for 3 days, I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or something like that. And I'm like, let's go on the first day. Let's go on Thursday. Like, I want to make this memory. Like, things are still good in my head. And he's like, I'm not free on Thursday. And we had some like weird fight. Again, red flags. I don't know. So I just like didn't talk to him on Thursday. Like I didn't talk to him all day on Thursday until like the night. And he's like, I've been trying to call you. I've been trying to like go to the event with you. I'm like, you already told me you can't make it. Like you already told me like you're not gonna see me on Thursday. Like now you're making me feel guilty. So yeah, I think Friday goes by, or no, this actually Friday happens, like whatever, like, and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna go together on Friday, like we're gonna go and do this thing, like that's the plan. So like, yeah, so like we meet up and I'm like getting dressed up, I'm like ready to go, and he kind of like is procrastinating, and I know parking is crazy. There's gonna be thousands of people there, and I'm like, we need to go. And he's like holding me back from going. Like he wants to be like physical. He wants to like do like intimate stuff. He wants to like he rather like be physically close to me, getting his benefit rather than emotionally helping me here because I really want to go to this event. And I do get mad. And I like push him away. I'm like, just get off of me. I'm like, I'm getting ready. Like, let me like get ready. And we do end up going. Of course, like I want to go. It was a whole feat going. He took his own car, which I'm like is ridiculous because this is gonna be crazy. He's like, I need to go meet up with my family after. I'm like, whatever, take your own car. Like I'm like at the beginning of the relationship, like in 2023, he shared his location with me for a long time, for like 6 or 7 months, but often the location would be like not found. It would be like not found. I'm like, I know he turns off his location settings, whatever. So this time in 2024, I'm like, just share your location with me so I know where you're parking your car. Just share it temporarily, like at least so we can find each other in this huge like field, like we're parking like away from the event, like we're parking at this college. It was so hard for him. He's like, okay, I'm sharing it through Snapchat. I'm like, just like we both have iPhones. Like it was so retarded. Like, sorry, it was so not okay. And I'm telling you guys this story because like, he took his own car saying that like he's gonna go meet up with his family, only for me to find out weeks later. By the way, that night my battery died. I had to change the battery to my car, and I was calling him. And I'm like, I know you're with your family, but you're probably like only like 10 or 15 minutes away. Like, can you come help me? Like, just help my battery. Like, help me, please. Like, and he was like, I can't leave. I can't leave. And this was like maybe 10 p.m. And I'm like, what? Like, I need your help. Like, I need your help. Like, he was nowhere to be found. And weeks later, like God reveals everything. Like he mentioned this girl like months prior, like that is his friend, like this name that let's call her like Chrissy. Okay. He mentions Chrissy as a friend. I'm like, cool. Like, let's hang out. Like, I want to meet your friends, which I never met his friends. Like I probably met one friend who like moved away, who wasn't even I don't think it was even his real friend, but this person, Chrissy, adds me on Snapchat. I'm like, what are the odds that the person with the same name adds me? And I'm like, do you know do you know this person? I'm like, and she's like, no, I don't. And I'm using his name, his real name, right? And he actually introduces himself to strangers as Max, right? But I'm using his real name. I'm like, oh, you probably don't know him, but just ironic that you have the same name as a person. And she's like, wait, are you talking about Max? And she sends me a screenshot of his Snapchat profile. I'm like, yeah, that's him. Like, I heard y'all are friends. She's like, no, we're not friends. He's been trying to get with me. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, when? Like, what? And she gave me all the info, all the screenshots, all the receipts. And I'm like, the night of the balloon festival, he literally went to her like around 2, 3 a.m. And he told her that I went to the balloon festival with my family. Like, he was claiming that he went with his own family to the balloon festival, and he did do like sexual things with her. And I'm just like broken. I'm like, what? But like a weird part of me is just like feeling like I I'm not getting mad at her. I'm literally thanking her for the information, but I'm like, a weird part of me is like, what? Like, you put her over me? Like, how can I prove myself to be better than this person? And I should have just freaking cut him off. I think I did cut him off. Like, I think I gave him the chance, so because like after the whole incident at the end of 2023, we weren't really like in a relationship. Like, we weren't like labeled as boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. I'm like, this BS went down in September 2024. I'm like, October 2024, you need to literally like ask me to be yours. You need to ask me somehow, like solidify this relationship, because I'm not going to go through this anymore. And he did not come through with that. He did not come through with that deadline. And yeah, we basically broke up for real, for real. And New Year's Eve 2025, a few months ago, I think I unblocked him. I did unblock him just out of like loneliness. I did not contact him. He contacts me. He's like, I want to see you New Year's Eve. I want to see you New Year's Eve. And I'm like, again, we went through a no contact phase for months. And we kind of spent New Year's Eve together. We spent like before, and then like I went to go see my family. He went to go see his family, I guess, on at midnight. Only God knows where he really was. And then we met up after like midnight, and like I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he, like in my head I know like he's not gonna find somebody better than me, in a sense that I get his emotions, but all girlies are capable of empathy and stuff like that. But in my head, I'm like, of course there's no one better. I'm the same race. I'm the same religion. I'm the same age. I'm the same everything. Like, there's nobody better. My delusion. And I kept telling him, I'm like, I don't want to see you unless you're serious about me. I don't want to see you unless you're serious about me. Like, every single time. A few days before Valentine's Day this year, he goes out of town without telling me. We're not like talking, but like I was expecting something, and like Valentine's Day comes around, there's absolutely nothing. Yeah, he's out of my life. I don't ever want to talk to this person. And then 10 days after Valentine's Day, he shows up with some flowers. And what else did he? Oh, a card that I've never opened. Should I open that on camera with y'all? Should I? No. Should I? You know what? I don't want to open it. Because like even the cover of the card, it says with love and lust. Bro, it's like I don't need that. You could have just been cute and stuff, but the reason I didn't open it was because I told him, I'll open it whenever you leave. Like, thanks. Like, I'm still like grateful for the 10 days late flowers and card. And after he leaves, like I told him those 10 days after Valentine's Day, February 24th, like, I don't want you here. I don't want these flowers unless this is real. I don't want this unless it's real. And he's like, no, it is real. Like, I really like you. It's just hard for me to tell you like how I like you and this and that. And even in the mix, like somewhere in 2023, like he was talking to a different ex who was Hispanic. Like there was a white, Hispanic, black. Like there were so many different. Like Chrissy was also Hispanic. I'm like, there's so many different like females. Like I'm like, what? And I'm gonna play this Instagram video for you. She explains it perfectly. So like almost less than 24 hours after he gives me those flowers and cards, like he leaves and he doesn't text me for like 8-9 hours. He doesn't call me. He doesn't check on me. And I'm like, bro, like you said this was real. You said you like me. Like where? Like you couldn't just text me like a few seconds. Like it takes a few seconds just to text me. Like I get that you're at work. You're not a doctor. You work from home. Like you're not some engineer. You're not in a coal mine. Like you can text me. Like did you eat lunch or something? And I do get upset. I'm like, bro, like I need something real in my life. Like, and he literally says, I don't want the responsibilities of being in a relationship. I've told you multiple times I don't want to be in a relationship. And I'm like, that's the reason I want you out of my life. Like I've told you multiple times I want you out of my life if you don't want something real with me. And I literally blew up. Like I just blew up on him. This time I'm like F this, bro. Like what in the world? You know, I do want to, I'll play my last voice message to him, and I hope I never, ever, ever send a voice message like this ever again to anybody, because I was just so freaking mad. This was like really, really early in the day on March 1st. And this is the voice message. Let's go ahead and hear it.
You know why you're the worst person? And I mostly make these voice recordings for myself so I can go back and listen to how much you hurt me and I can remind myself. But you are literally the worst person in the world because you know exactly what to do to get a girl. You know exactly what to do to make her heart happy. You know exactly what I want. You know exactly what I need. But you're holding back and you admit to that. You don't want the responsibility. You don't want to do things that seem like we're in a relationship, but you can come over, you can spend time, you can have sex, you can act, however you want to act, like cuddling and shit like that. But no, you don't want to be in a relationship because you are the definition of a fuck boy. And I know you. The next girl you're gonna see, whoever you want, you're gonna play the game just right to get them, to get whatever you want out of them, because you know damn well you are not a good person. You are not a good person.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing for you. We're just about halfway through. I think I might say his name and stuff in that, but I just freaking clicked for me. It just clicked for me. And I didn't even tell you guys about my dream. That I had. Let's go ahead and play this Instagram video first before I tell you about my dream.
Take it from me, and this is super embarrassing. Don't tell anyone I told you this, but take it from me. You are never going to be that girl, that bitch enough for a man who wants every bitch. If he wants every bitch, you're never gonna be pretty enough. Like, it's never gonna be you, bitch. You're never gonna be her. Because he doesn't want her. He wants hers, sis. He wants all of them. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, I dated a guy where I was just like, oh my gosh, maybe if I was this, maybe it was that, then he would just want me. Like, no, that's not the way he's wired. And you can't even, you have to pity these men, because they will go into their old ass age. They will be 1 foot in the grave. They will be like fucking dentures in their fucking mouth, AARP membership, mail at their door. All family members deceased because they, managed to outlive them all.
Somehow.
They will be that fucking old and they will still want every bitch. They're never going to grow out of it. There's something wrong with them clinically. And like, I'm not here to judge. We all have our thing, but that's their thing. So don't try to change yourself to try to be enough for someone who's mentally fucking ill. Like, do you hear what I'm saying? Please save yourself time. I was like, oh, I have to be this, I have to be that, I have to be, whatever. I have to have, my body's got to be perfect, and I have to be successful, and I got to blah, 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 blah. Only to have these men run around with women or other people who weren't those things. And that's not me judging, like, peace and love, but like, you know what I mean? I was so in my head thinking that if I checked all these boxes, then I would be enough for this man. And it was never about that. He just needs as many bitches as possible to give him attention because he feels like an inadequate person because his dad didn't love him hard enough. That's on him. That's not on you. Please don't internalize that. Save yourself time. Good for me.
Ooh, and seeing her red nails. Yeah, one of his favorite things are red nails, and like just to have my nails red for him. Like the first time when we started talking again in October, in the beginning of January 2020, the beginning of February 2024, he's like, I'll pay for your nails, like get red nails, I love that, this and that. I'm like, dude, this is so real. And like, he wanted me to wear certain clothes, like tight clothes that show my body, this and that. Like, I'm like, okay, I will do these things for him. No, do not change yourself for men like this. No. And y'all, the sun has literally set while I'm talking to you guys about my trauma. Oh my god, let me just go through my dream real quick. So right before I saw this video, I woke up from the craziest dream ever. And I'm not hating on anyone. It was a very weird dream. And I do believe dreams are like messages. Dreams are you in just like a different dimension. Like this video here, me and you were on this plane, but dreams are like completely real, just like on a different plane, like a different lane of events that happened. And so in this dream, me and him are talking still together, whatever, not on that good of terms. And like I've been mirrored like the stories that I've told you where I get a hold of his phone and I see him talking to this girl, this cute little girl with short hair, skinny, like obviously, again, nothing looking like me. And you know how like Snapchat and stuff like that, you can customize the backgrounds to your chats, or WhatsApp, you can do that too. He has a customized background for him and this girl, which actually I guess was also subconscious because we did that a few times, where we would customize the background. And you guys, I'm just like going off into like daydreaming because there were so many good times, like, but the horrible times were so horrible. Anyways, so in my dream, I see that the customized background is like a photo of him, right? Let's just say like a photo of him, whatever, selfie of him, basically like nude, kind of showing off his body, showing off his downstairs, whatever, a nude photo of him with his thing out. And on the other half of the chat was a nude photo of this girl that he's talking to with the short hair, skinny, and she also is fully nude, but it's a girl, but she has a male like genital part, like a very small version of what he has. I know this is very weird thing to have in a dream, very scary. It's kind of an X-rated dream, but it is him naked, but her not with the girl body parts. It's a girl, but she has a male body part on the downstairs. And I'm like thinking, I thought this guy is straight. Like, I guess like it is, she considers herself a girl. I can't compete with that. Like, I literally cannot compete with that. I don't even have that hardware that he is now seeking after with a beautiful female with downstairs hardware of a man. I don't have that. Like, how can I compete with that? And I still get mad. I still somehow get a chance to like talk to this girl. She's so sweet. She's like not a bad person, but like I want to like demolish her life because she took my man, or she's talking to my man. And it is so traumatizing because like in the dream, like it's a dream, so it's not like linear, like I'm just chasing around, driving around. And also during this dream, we're kind of going through like something like I feel like what Gaza and Palestine, is going through. Like in that dream, I'm in that scenario where I also see like another different girl, like little girl, like maybe like in her teenage years, who's struggling to like move stuff out of her like broken home. And like while I'm like chasing after my ex or whatever, I see this girl and I like want to also help her. I want to help this girl like get her stuff. And I'm in my, I have a car, and I'm like, you know what, you like take your stuff in my car, I'll try to help you, all while I'm wondering again why my ex is cheating on me. Like it was the weirdest dream ever. And just to wake up and see that Instagram video and get reminded, like, it wasn't me. Like, you'll never be enough for the guy who wants every single girl on this earth. And I want to get rid of this hate in my heart for this person. I just want to forget this person because I know I'm going to find my forever person. And thanks for sticking around for me ranting once more. Oh, I truly love you guys. This is my outlet. And if you're going through this, just know you are amazing. You are amazing. I know I'm amazing. And I can't wait to grow with you guys. And listen, just go no hope. Forget no contact, especially when it has to do with guys like this, okay? Like little mistakes here and there I get, but things like guys like this, when you've given years and months and so much love and so much energy, the one thing I'm grateful for from Mr. Mr. Maximilian, whatever you go by, thank you for showing me how much I can love. Thank you for showing me how much I'm ready to be in a loving relationship, how much I'm ready to have an actual husband. Thank you for that. I cannot wait to be traditional and also working and be an amazing mom. And I literally see that part of me come alive. And thank you for every single person who's made it to this part of the video. I can't wait to come back to you with more inspirational stuff, more divine guided random vibe checks, more meditations, everything. I love you guys. I love you way more than I love my ex. I will see you guys later. Bye.